Language services generally fall into two categories. Translation handles static written text, while interpreting deals exclusively with live spoken or signed communication. Because of this split, researchers often map these tasks to distinct personality types. The solitary nature of translation tends to suit introverts, while the high-pressure, public demands of interpreting align with extroverted profiles. Interpreting requires a unique, highly demanding cognitive workload, primarily executed through two different methods. The older of the two methods is consecutive interpreting. Here, the interpreter must wait until the original speaker finishes a segment or a complete speech before beginning to translate. This places an immense load on human memory. Interpreters must retain complex messages that can last for tens of minutes before they speak a single word. Writing out every word is impossible. Instead, interpreters rely on highly specialized systems of notation to capture concepts and structure. Success in this format depends entirely on trained short-term memory and precise note-taking, rather than immediate real-time agility. In larger settings, consecutive translation has been largely replaced by the simultaneous method. This arose after World War II, driven by increased international interaction and the availability of modern audio equipment. The core mechanic is punishing. The interpreter must listen to the source language and speak the target language at the exact same time. This timeline shows the necessary delay between the two tracks, the ear-voice span. Interpreters use a gap of 2 to 10 seconds to assimilate language. Because grammar varies, they must anticipate sentence construction and adjust on the fly. Routinely listening and speaking at the same time while maintaining exact semantic correspondence is a cognitive demand specific to this task. It requires extreme mental agility to prevent the two modes from collapsing into each other. Research shows that an interpreter's accuracy is directly dictated by the input speed of the source language. This graph charts accuracy against input speed. A rate of 100 to 120 words per minute sits in the optimal zone for interpreting, while human cognitive limits cap out around 200 words per minute. When speeds are pushed toward 164 words per minute in controlled studies, the ear-voice span widens, and the amount of correctly interpreted text begins to drop sharply. The resulting failures fall into two categories: errors of commission, where precision is replaced by vague mistranslations, and errors of omission, where entire words and segments are filtered out completely. Increasing speaker speed does not accelerate the flow of information. It actively destroys the semantic integrity of the message. These filtration errors have severe consequences. Arriving immigrants, hospital patients, and defendants in law courts rely entirely on the exactness of this process. There is an urgent need to expand communication research in this field, to identify specific problem areas, and develop strategies to solve them. This video is brought to you by the IELTS-FOCUS Zalo 0847705973, an English center specializing in IELTS preparation.